Humans are social creatures. Yeah, we've heard that a million times, right? That sentence is probably boring now. And you and I probably get it at this point. Yeah, we are social creatures and we talk to each other. We need to communicate. That's about it, right? Well, I never really thought about it either until I found myself wanting to share my random thoughts. Whether it's thoughts, creation, art, hobbies, or anything. But I realized that there was not really anyone I could share my thoughts to. And I could call this as feeling lonely or whatever. I found myself having a lot of late night thoughts about any specific topics. It's not necessarily important, but I really wanted to share to someone. Perhaps to selfishly feel smart or validated, who knows. So, what did I do? I texted my friends on 3 a.m. about how I discovered a conspiracy theory on life about how life isn't real and it's just a fabrication of our minds. Of course, no one was really into it. So they respond with something like, okay, cool. Or maybe something like, wow. But I know damn well this is what their face looks like while they're responding with that message. And that's when I felt pretty small. No matter how cool or how smart I felt in my head, there was no community I could connect with that can validate that feeling. Or maybe I'm just delusional. And I know you might be thinking, and I am also well aware that lots of people are introverts who doesn't need or doesn't want to share much of their lives to others. But we do need a community, I believe, more than you and I realize. No matter how introverted we are, if we ever made something cool, we will probably want to share it or brag it to someone, right? Or maybe you end up showing it and enjoying it yourself if you don't have anyone to share it with. And in my opinion, that feels pretty lonely. But the problem is, look at look at what you're seeing at the screen right now. What is this? It's a community. And that's correct. But community likes to be mistaken for a large group, like this big community who has the same interests, like a Discord community or the one you're seeing on screen. But that's not the only community I'm talking about. The community I'm talking about is simply people who are close to you, who share the same interests or you or have the same path of you. Most importantly, people you can share stuff with. And that's the point. We want to share stuff with people, right? We want people to hear our ideas and funny stories. I mean, for example, have you ever encountered something absurd in public and then you suddenly feel like you want to share it to someone? Well, that's why deep down, I believe we all want a community. And maybe saying that we want a community is wrong. It should be that we need a community. It is essential. And it's obviously tied to psychological reasons too. Back then, when we used to be Ooga Boogas, we had to live in tribes to support each other and survive. We literally relied on each other. So today, well, it translates to having a community to feel like you have a room of support. Most importantly, having a community tied to your interests gives you identity. It's important because it helps you not forget who you are. Because all of these hobbies, it what makes yourself you, and you must not forget who you are. So, I divided communities into three types. And this only categorized by myself, by the way, not based on science. First one is the common community. Of course, the big community that we are aware of and the community we think when we hear the word community. Examples are like Discord community, church, school, or event communities. There's a lot of members and everyone has a role. The next one is the small community or the mutual community, I'd say, where everyone is more equal. It usually only consists of a few people. So the example will be your friend groups, co-workers, or a small group project consisting of a few group members. But the problem with small communities like this is your interests might not always align because you didn't intentionally join this community. Like friend groups, it usually just happens, right? Although there are small communities for hobbies too. But the last type of community and the special one is this. It's when you are the leader of the community. So an example would be a Discord community, but you are the creator of that server, or like a YouTube channel. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm building a community because I just discovered and found myself wanting to share my thoughts, random thoughts, it could be anything, to any person. And what better way to share my thoughts than to a variety of individuals on the internet? Strangers. Because humans love to share and communicate to get social validation, belonging, identity, and support. Basically, humans are kind of narcissistic, right? And that's okay, because we're humans. Come on, be honest with me. You want to have people support and be interested in you when you talk about your stuff, right? Well, I hope it's not just me.